we're going to start the week by doing something we rarely do, which is bombarding you with political cliches. We usually leave that to MSNBC, but we're going to tell you what you already know, which is midterm elections are always and everywhere a referendum on the party in power. That's true. That's true this year, too. But this year, they are not just that, they're more than that. In just 22 days, Americans will have the chance to render judgment on the unprecedented moral atrocities our leadership class has committed over the past 2 years. The shameless lying, the arrogance, the stupidity, the total incompetence, the unfairness, the relentless and vicious racism toward the majority of the American population. All of which together amount to, yes, attacks on democracy itself. If you believed in democracy, you would not act like this. No one has ever run a developed country with this degree of recklessness. The question is anyone ever going to be punished for it? That's what's really on the ballot this November 8th. So for Republicans, the election should be easy. Not that you should ever for a second underestimate their ability to screw it up anyway. They may. But the template for success is right in front of them. Just run against Joe Biden. There may be people out there who feel sorry for Joe Biden, but there's absolutely nobody who thinks or can argue with a straight face that he's doing a good job, because he's not. So just say that. You're not the Biden candidate. Run on the economy, end crime, homelessness, it's everywhere. Have you noticed? Fentanyl, and on what Joe Biden has done to our southern border. Stick to the obvious issues, and you're probably going to win. How could you not? Surveys show that voters care most about inflation, jobs, and immigration. As it turns out, those are exactly the issues, according to a recent Harvard-Harris poll, that voters also believe are the top priorities of the Republican Party. So this is a moment Republicans rarely see. It's a moment where there's total alignment between their priorities and the priorities of the electorate. Again, that doesn't happen very often. That same poll, if you dig a little deeper, shows that voters believe Democrats, by contrast, are fixated above all on January 6th. Oh, yeah, January 6th, the QAnon insurrection. January 6th, where Nancy Pelosi's cops opened the doors and let protesters walk inside, all of whom are now nevertheless classified as dangerous felon revolutionaries, except for Ray Epps, who for some reason is still a good guy. Okay, Democrats, that's the story they're running on. Lots of luck. January 6th might make for a spicy CNN segment, but it is not a governing platform. Who's voting on that? Nobody. At least one candidate seems to understand that. It would be John Fetterman, actually. Fetterman may have brain damage, but he's one of the very few Democratic office seekers who has bothered to explain what he might actually do if he's elected. Here's John Fetterman at a recent event getting specific about his governing platform.
Send me to Washington, D.C. Take on to make sure I push back against work to work.
Do you hear that? If the voters of Pennsylvania send John Fetterman to Washington, Fetterman promises, quote, to push back against work to work. No more work to work. You can hear a man in the audience cheering as Fetterman says that. That man gets it. He knows how badly we need to fight the hidden epidemic of work to work. This work to work pipeline is literally killing people. And John Fetterman will put an end to it. No more work to work. So there's that, the anti-work to work platform, whatever that might be. The other thing that Democrats are running on, the thing they believe we need a lot more of, is, of course, abortion. And you can see why. As Yahoo News dutifully reported the other day, America is facing a diaper crisis, and the anti-abortion movement may not be helping. So really what you have here is a classic demand-side approach to the ongoing diaper and formula shortages. Just don't have kids, Dumbo, and then you won't need diapers. You also won't need a house or a car or a raise or extra food or money for college tuition. It's pretty simple. When you get to this point, and this point is a place where the economy is so completely distorted that only Democratic donors can still afford to have normal families, when you get there, the solution's simple. Don't reproduce. Childlessness is the cure for the economy they created. And that's why abortion is so very important, especially now. We don't have enough diapers. How dare you? It's so important that Democrats say they want to eliminate the filibuster to bring back more abortion. Once again, here's John Fetterman.
My name is John if I was that 51st vote, first, rid of the filibuster. So, right next, codify Roe. Abortion is the ballot now in November.
Yeah, now or in November or whatever the election is. Let's be completely honest. There's no chance that guy is going to win. And of course, Pennsylvania is a purple state. And of course, he's running against a guy who's been attacked a lot, Dr. Oz. Of course, he has the backing of every Democrat up and down the chain in Washington. But let's be real. That guy in the U.S. Senate refused to believe it.